Why every religion claims its God is the only truth. Imagine a mother standing in a hospital hallway at 3 a.m. Her child is dying. She's praying, not philosophically, not symbolically, but desperately. She whispers, "God, please, just save my child." Down the same hallway, another mother is doing the same thing, but she's praying to a different God, using a different book, with the same certainty. Only one child survives, the other doesn't. Both mothers were sure they were praying to the true God. That moment captures the core of religion. Now imagine standing in a room with 10 people. Each holds a different book. Each looks you in the eye and says with absolute certainty, "My book contains the only truth. All the others are wrong." You ask, "How do you know?" Every single one answers the same way, "Because my book says so." That is religion. Throughout history, humanity has produced over 4,000 documented religions, 4,000 gods, 4,000 holy books, 4,000 claims of divine truth, 4,000 versions of heaven, 4,000 warnings of hell. And here's the striking part. Every single one claimed exclusivity. The ancient Egyptians worshipped Ra with total conviction. They built pyramids. They mummified their dead. They prepared for the afterlife their entire lives. They were certain. The ancient Greeks believed in Zeus, Athena, and Apollo, not as myths but as reality. They sacrificed animals. They built temples. They prayed. They died believing. The Norse believed in Odin and Thor. They carved symbols. They fought wars. They were certain. Today, we call all of it mythology. But when those people were alive, their gods felt just as real as any God feels to believers today. Their faith felt true. Their certainty was absolute. How do we know we aren't making the same mistake today? Right now, billions of people believe in different gods. Christianity says Jesus is the only path to salvation. Islam says Muhammad is the final prophet, and the Quran is the literal word of God. Hinduism says there are many gods and reincarnation is real. Buddhism doesn't even center on a creator God. They can't all be right, but they can all be wrong. And notice something else. Ask a Christian why they believe. They'll say, "I feel it in my heart." Ask a Muslim, same answer. Ask a Hindu, same answer, same feeling, same certainty, different gods. So what does that feeling actually prove? It proves humans are very good at believing. It does not prove the belief is true. Here's another problem. Almost everyone's religion matches the place they were born. Born in Saudi Arabia? Likely Muslim. Born in India? Likely Hindu. Born in Tennessee? Likely Christian. This isn't revelation. This is geography. The one true religion seems to depend on latitude and longitude. The creator of the universe apparently reveals himself differently depending on which side of a border you're born on. Ask yourself honestly, if you had been born in Tehran instead of Texas, would you still believe in Jesus? Or would you believe in Muhammad with the same certainty? If the answer is, "I'd believe what I was taught," then belief isn't based on truth. It's based on circumstance, and that leads to a devastating realization. You already reject 3,999 gods, Zeus, Ra, Thor, Vishnu, thousands of others. You understand those people were sincere, but mistaken. We're just suggesting there may be one more God you don't believe in. Believers often respond, "But my religion is different. My book has prophecies. My faith has miracles. My God actually spoke. So did theirs." Imagine a father who loves his child yet never shows up. He never speaks. He never holds you when you're afraid. He leaves a single yellowed letter and writes, "Believe in me, I love you. But you will not see me. You will not hear my voice. You will only read this and trust." As the child grows, the questions begin to ache. Where is my father? Why doesn't he come? Is he even real? And the adults repeat the same answer like a lullaby. He loves you. He's just hidden. This is a test. But the child can't let it go. If he truly loves me, why is he hiding? That is the oldest and sharpest question in human history. If God exists, why is he so silent? Why so hidden? Why does he feel absent, almost indistinguishable from nothing? Religions insist God is everywhere, all-seeing, all-knowing, hearing every prayer, watching every thought. And yet, no clear appearance, no unambiguous reply, no evidence that ends the doubt. Just texts, traditions, and people telling you what to think. If God truly wants belief, why make belief so hard? Why are there thousands of religions, each claiming certainty? Why do sincere people reach opposite conclusions? Why does the truth so often match the border you were born inside? A child is born in Saudi Arabia and grows up Muslim. Another is born in India and grows up Hindu, taught reincarnation and karma. Another is born in Norway and grows up with little religion at all. None of them chose their starting point. Yet each is told, "You were given the truth." So which child found the true God? If the answer depends on geography, then faith isn't guided by revelation. It's assigned by circumstance. And if God is just, what kind of justice ties eternity to accident? Zoom out in time. Imagine you were born in ancient Greece. Everyone around you worships Zeus and Athena with complete confidence. You pray, you sacrifice, you die certain. According to later religions, you were wrong, yet you had no way to know. Now imagine someone 1,000 years from today looking back at us. Will they say the same? That we were certain? About stories that never had a speaker behind them? We're told the solution is faith. Not seeing is the point. If God were obvious, there would be no test. But even within religious stories, that logic breaks. Angels saw God and still rebelled. The devil, in many traditions, stood in God's presence and still refused. Seeing does not guarantee love, so why would clarity destroy the test? And if the test is real, why is it so unevenly distributed? Billions never read the right book, never met the right messenger, never heard the right name. A child born in 200 BCE in China never heard of Jesus. A child born in 500 CE in the Amazon never heard of Muhammad. Are they condemned for the crime of being born too early, too far, too human? Here's another cruelty. A good atheist who feeds the hungry, comforts the grieving, and lives with kindness goes to hell for not believing. Meanwhile, a murderer who repents at the last moment enters paradise. What kind of moral system values belief over action? What kind of father cares more about whether his child says "I love you" than whether they actually love others? Think about it differently. Imagine a doctor who knows the formula that could save your child's life, yet refuses to share it. Your child dies. We wouldn't call that doctor loving. Now imagine a God who threatens eternal punishment, but communicates through ancient writings that are disputed, translated, interpreted, and fought over. And about those ancient texts, which version speaks for God? The Bible has been translated, edited, and rewritten thousands of times. Verses appear, disappear, contradict. The Quran claims it's unchanged, yet historians trace variations in early manuscripts. Every faith says, "Our book is perfect," while pointing at others and saying, "Theirs was corrupted." But if God wanted a clear message, why leave us with thousands of disputed pages?